You know, one of the things I've been thinking about lately is how James Gunn has the insane ability to take characters who easily feel flat or secondary and make them completely unforgettable. And the DCU is full of characters who are just waiting for that treatment. The ones who could easily shine if someone actually leaned into their quirks, their morality, and yes, their flaws. So today I want to break down 5 DC characters who would absolutely thrive under Gunn's writing. And trust me, I'm talking deep story potential here. Before we dive in, here's the baseline we're working off of. Gunn's DCU is leaning into the heart-forward storytelling. Superman, Creature Commandos, and Peacemaker Season 2 all show that. He loves weird corners of the universe, cosmic nonsense, morally questionable heroes, and villains with just enough humanity you're low-key wishing for a redemption arc. And most importantly, he loves writing characters who form unexpected families. Think Yondu and Peter, Ratcatcher 2 and Bloodsport, or Peacemaker's entire dysfunctional squad. So with that energy in mind, here are the DC characters who would absolutely thrive with Gunn in the kitchen. Now let's talk about Mr. Terrific, because honestly, he might be one of the most James Gunn ready characters in the entire DC library. Michael Holt is literally the third smartest person on Earth, a man whose genius rivals Lex Luthor and long term could even rival the Brainiac level threats the DCU is setting up. And he's not just smart, he's layered. He carries grief, purpose, humor, and a complicated relationship with morality and justice. If there's one thing Gunn thrives on, it's characters who are brilliant, damaged, and hiding their emotional depth behind a carefully built persona. Michael Holt's entire origin, losing his wife, questioning the values of existence, and rebuilding himself through knowledge and purpose, is exactly the kind of grounded but eccentric foundation Gunn likes to explore. It's character-driven, heartbreaking, but still able to be uplifting and quirky without ever feeling cheesy. Gunn would lead into Michael's internal battle. This man who believes in T-spears, in science, and logic, trying to navigate a universe filled with gods, aliens, magic, and metahumans who break the rules he built his life on. And the fun part? Gunn would absolutely thrive with Michael's personality. He isn't a stoic genius, he's sarcastic, analytical, and a bit smug, just like how he was portrayed in the Superman movie. And he has that "I'm smarter than you and will prove it without even trying" energy that fits perfectly into the same world as Peacemaker and Creature Commandos. Plus, from a universe building perspective, Mr. Terrific is literally built to expand the DCU. He fits into street level stories, government stories, cosmic arcs, Superman's world, everything. If Gunn wants someone who can eventually shape the future of the DCU the same way Tony Stark inadvertently shaped the MCU, Michael Holt is the guy. A T-sphere floating in the frame in any project would instantly make the world feel bigger. Gunn doesn't need to change Michael, he just needs to let him exist. And with the science versus supernatural versus politics direction the DCU seems to be heading toward, this is exactly the type of character who wouldn't just survive, he'd thrive. Now look, we already know Booster Gold is locked in for the DCU. Gunn announced the show when he revealed Chapter 1.
Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
So this isn't some what if character, this is happening. But that's exactly why he belongs on this list, because Booster Gold might be the easiest layup for James Gunn in this new universe. Booster is literally a clout-chasing time traveler who steals future tech and comes back to the present hoping to become a celebrity superhero. That alone already lines up with Gunn's favorite kind of protagonist: messy, insecure, deeply flawed, but still lovable once you peel back the layers. Gunn eats that stuff up. And because the show is officially in development, we're not speculating, we're analyzing what Gunn can do with him, and the potential is crazy. Booster's whole identity crisis, his obsession with fame, the way he constantly sabotages himself trying to look cool, Gunn can turn that into equal parts comedy, heartbreak, and growth. The same way he made Peacemaker go from a joke into one of the most emotional complex characters in the entire DCU. Booster Gold is built for that exact treatment. Additionally, Booster's futuristic tech, time travel shenanigans, and moral screw-ups give Gunn a sandbox to go wild in. He can poke fun at superhero culture, explore the dangers of idol worship, and hit some real emotional beats once Booster realizes being a hero isn't about being adored, it's about actually doing the right thing when no one's watching. And that's the kind of art Gunn is the best in the industry at writing. So the reason Booster Gold thrives under Gunn isn't that he just fits Gunn's vibe, it's that Gunn is probably the only guy who can take a character this weird, this goofy, this flawed, and turn him into someone the audience legitimately roots for. If Gunn plays this right, Booster Gold could end up being the DCU's breakout character. Buddy Baker is so much more than that hero who can copy animal powers. He's a struggling father, a working actor, a guy who constantly questions what it means to be a hero, and someone who is deeply connected into the emotional weirdness of the DC universe. This is exactly the type of character Gunn takes and elevates. Gunn would absolutely lean into the meta humor, the surreal energy, and the deeply personal family drama that makes Animal Man one of DC's most underrated characters. He balanced the goofy, I just borrowed the strength of a rhinoceros, please stand back, with genuinely heavy emotional moments. And the Baker family dynamic, that's Gunn's bread and butter. He turned them into the heart of the entire story the same way he did with Yondu and Peter's relationship, Rocket's origin, and Ratcatcher 2's relationship with her father. Next up, the New Gods. These characters are exactly the kind of cosmic, larger-than-life heroes that James Gunn would absolutely thrive writing. You've got Orion, Big Barda, and of course, Mr. Miracle. And yes, Mr. Miracle actually has a show in the works, but we're not totally sure how it fit into the DCU canon, but just the fact that it's happening tells you these characters are finally getting the spotlight they deserve. Here's the basic setup. Orion is the biological son of Darkseid, but he was raised on New Genesis by Highfather as part of a peace treaty. That means he grew up with the good guys, but is constantly wrestling with his dark heritage, a perfect mix of internal conflict and epic stakes. Meanwhile, Scott Free, aka Mr. Miracle, is Highfather's son raised on Apokolips, growing up in one of the harshest, most oppressive worlds in the universe. He eventually escapes and becomes the ultimate escape artist, but that childhood shapes him in all the best ways for a character-driven story. And if you haven't gotten it yet, Scott Free, the ultimate escape artist, he got away scot-free. Boo, you suck! The beauty of the New Gods is that they combine cosmic stakes with personal struggles. Orion has to balance his heritage, his sense of justice, and his rage. Scott Free balances trauma, morality, and his role as a hero while keeping a sense of humor about it. Big Barda adds heart, strength, and charisma into the mix. Gunn would absolutely kill it with these characters because he knows how to make someone feel relatable even when they're literally god-level powerful. He can blend epic spectacle with humor, heart, and emotional stakes, making the audience care about characters that would otherwise feel untouchable. Honestly, giving Gunn the reins on the New Gods feels like a no-brainer. He's perfect at showing us why these cosmic, larger-than-life characters are worth caring about on a personal level. Finally, Zatanna. Magic in the DCU is an unexplored playground, and Zatanna is the perfect character to let loose in it. Gunn has this knack for making mystical or absurd concepts feel real and grounded, and he take her stage presence, charm, and moral complexity and amplify it without losing the wonder. Think about it, she's a stage magician who literally throws around spells for a living, but she's also dealing with the consequences of her powers, the responsibility to help the world, and the family drama that comes with being a legacy hero. Gunn can balance all of that with humor, action, and heart, and suddenly Zatanna isn't just a magical cameo, she's a full fleshed out character that sticks with you. So yeah, those are the characters I genuinely believe would thrive in James Gunn's writing style. Booster Gold would get the self-aware humor and heart we've been waiting for. Mr. Terrific would finally get to be the genius hero we deserve, and Zatanna could make magic feel just as grounded and real as any other DCU plotline. Gunn has a gift for taking overlooked, underutilized, or misunderstood characters and making them feel essential to the universe. And honestly, I can't wait to see what he does with all of these characters.